Kadang suka nggak masuk. Nah, masuk nih. Stay tune, stay tune, stay tune. Kok ini baca? Oh, harus ini coy. Harus mundur. Halo Pian, halo halo. Habis update nih, apa yang tuh? Ada yang baru. Ada yang baru nih. Seperti biasa. A B C D F G H I J K L. Luka. Latihan level. Oke. Wah gila cow, Luka Modric. Mantep nih Luka Modric nih. Pembuatan penguat. Tambah-tambah. Wih ada 112 cok. Apaan tembakan? Nice, 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 nice. Yamal nggak bisa cok. Stay tune, stay tune, stay tune. Stay tune, stay tune. Pedri ya, Pedri ya, Pedri ya, Pedri ya. Nice. Tapi jangan ini mending Snyder cok. Nah, ini turnamen apa anjir? Turnamen apa ini cok? Wih, apa ini guys? PSG nggak ada, PSG bang, PSG, PSG. Oh ada PSG, kita pakai PSG aja. Ini turnamen apa cok? Tisek. Madrid aja lah. Kayak Rolanda abangnya. Apa coy? Rolnada apa coy? Rolnada apa guys? Ikhtisar grup apa coy ini? Apa anjir ini guys? Nggak mau guys, gue mau main. Anjir, eventnya ada lagi coy, Efootball. Acara ya, acara. Golden goal. Ada uangnya nggak nih golden goal? Nggak apa-apa. Kita gas ya walaupun nggak ada. Kestun. Jangan lupa di like ya guys ya. Wih, ada 6 like. Thank you yang like ya. Thank you bang. Jangan lupa di like ya guys. Kita push divisi ya guys ya. Buat yang mau itu bisa coba, bisa di scan anjing itu. Ku tak percaya diriku di sini. Kau merasakan apa yang aku rasakan. Pergilah kasih. Ku suka dirimu, namun aku enggak. Apalaginya ku suka dirinya. Indonesia gelap anjing. Oh iya, main 4. Pere itu apa sih, Fit?
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here.
Hampir, Cok.
Rice.
Nice ya, Bang.
Nicely intercepted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Indonesia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Jokers. Nice. Wait, the Cok.
Son Heung-min! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Mbappe. That's a
Nice,
shade
nice.
optimistic.
Oh,
Torres is
untung
flagged
aja
offside.
offset. Untung offset, Cok.
Koundé. Yamal.
Ansu.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Schneider.
Nice.
And the counter is on.
Cakep.
Oh, what a ball he's in here.
Wah, kampret.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Schneider.
Sit.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Yamal having a look. And distance is no problem here. The angle's tight for a shot. Decent hit from there.
Yamal. Aduh, nge-lag gini ya, bangsat.
Hakimi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mbappe.
Cakep.
Now it's Schneider. Just the keeper to beat. He's
Phew.
won. And the
Loh.
assistant referee
Kok
rightly gives him
offside?
offside.
Ya elah.
He won't be happy with that one.
Nge-lag gini ya.
Saka.
Asu.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Indonesia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll
Tuh,
have to
nge-lag gini,
quickly
Cok.
regroup.
Musuhnya nih.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Ih, gak jelas banget, Cok, nge-lag gini.
And no, that was never going to make it. Mbappe. Pedri. Fiddles it through.
Nge-lag, bro.
And the pass is intercepted.
Sumpah ini musuhnya nih.
Pedri.
Look, it's a run defence is this like, but the timing has to be spot on. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gak enak banget, Cok, nge-lag, Cok.
Messi. And it's Fernando Torres. He's looking wide.
That's good play from him.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Yamal.
Ih, nge-lag banget loh.
Well, the defence
Ah,
just about came out on
anjing,
top, but
nge-lagnya.
they were certainly tested.
Masih.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into
Nge-lag
nothing.
banget, Cok. Apa sih dah? Pesan gue udah nge-lag. Cas.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Messi steaming on goalward. And Messi! Can he spark a counter here? And it's played forward.
Fit,
Messi.
tolong masukin motor dulu, Fit. Hujan, Fit.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. No, that's been intercepted. Yamal carries the ball down the right.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Kan. Ih, nge-lag
Van
banget.
Dijk. Koundé,
Ada
and that's a throw-in.
Vitas. Bang, ada nggak? Bang, aku punya Efootball tapi sudah aku hapus, masih bisa dicek nggak akunnya? Masih. Kayaknya dia deh yang nge-lag tuh, kan dia kayaknya tuh yang nge-lag tuh, bukan gua. Nice.
Zaire Emery providing an outlet on that flank. Great
Makan
chance!
tuh Zaire Emery.
Oh, they've done it! They willed it, and it happened!
Oh, ini satu
That
gol
was
doang.
a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Nge-lag banget coy, ini musuhnya butut anjing. Biasanya gue nggak pernah nge-lag guys. Stay tune. Ya, oke, Bapak. Sorry. Kamu sih. Anjay, rencananya cowok ngeri banget. Bang. Kita lihat guys. Gila, gimana gak ngeri, coba pemain aja kayak gini semua cowok. Gue gak takut. Lu punya Yamal, gue juga punya Yamal. Lu punya Schneider, lu punya Neymar, gue punya Schneider. Lu punya Mbappe, gue juga punya Mbappe. Jangan takut. Beleti lo bro. Guys, jangan lupa di like ya guys. Halo bang, halo channel Bilal Najla BN official. Akunnya HD10. Iya boleh, silakan aja di login lagi aja, karirin. Bisa itu karirin. Jangan lupa di like ya guys ya.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. The action has already started.
Akrab. Ini kalau nge-lag lagi berarti harus di restart
Distributed
sekali lagi.
tidily. In with the challenge.
Apa sih sih?
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Oh iya, ini mah harus di restart guys.
They're taking a moment to consider their options.
Habisin sini guys.
So another set play. Oh, well played.
Woi,
Ran himself into trouble
maksa
there. Free
banget
kick
dia,
given away.
anjir. Habis pertandingan cek bang. Itu abang yang di HP ya. Kalau ya abang yang di HP nggak bisa bang. Ini yang di konsul, yang di
Albert.
laptop beda soalnya. Servernya beda.
Enjoy
Bang.
this time. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
So
Wait.
nearly the perfect
Maksa
ball.
banget dia guys.
Well, the run has been shapes to shoot.
Maksa banget dia guys
Offside that
mainnya guys.
time. there. Barella. Tchouameni promptly onto that, and that is that. Yamal. Schneider. Chance here to counter. Hakimi.
Oh iya, ini mah harus
Well seen. Saw that
ini
coming.
gua
He
reset
read
nih.
that really well and stopped it.
Yamal.
Kayak gini cok, nggak nyaman.
That's a
gua.
nicely measured pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Mbappe.
Ih, nge-lag-nya ini loh
Maldini
guys, yang nggak enak
producing a good
bangsat.
steal there, showing a belts one. And that is doing no harm at all.
Ya,
Milan
sedih bah.
certainly look a very capable
Sorry ya.
counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Interesting ball. Elbert.
Dia bener-bener
No, he's not getting his way this time. Indonesia have a free kick.
jadi
And no
kalau mau
surprise,
mabar
that's a
konsol
booking.
sama HP nggak bisa ya? Iya nggak bisa Bang Ririn. Aririn.
Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these
Udah
days,
gila
but
lu ya,
it does
mau lawan
demand an
Barcelona ya?
awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Ah, he's given it away.
Oh, really well played.
And he's managed to get free. Now it's... Can he put it away? Hits one.
Aduh, Emery peluang
That
emas.
was venomous.
Guys, jangan lupa di like ya guys.
Now it's Barella. Great ball if he can get there. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's a straight red.
Wah,
He has
kartu
been given
merah,
his
Cok.
marching orders. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Waduh, siapa yang gantiin Hakimi ya kayak gini ya? Siapa yang gantiin Hakimi ya? Udah dah.
Well, I think the technical challenge is doable.
Jadi
This could
lawannya
depend
juga
on
pakai
the
konsol.
amount
Iya,
of
lawannya
power.
pakai konsol.
He'll fancy himself from here.
Guys, jangan lupa di like ya guys ya. Kosong cuy itu goblok.
Mbappe!
Ih.
Oh, he's won it!
Kampret.
The most decisive of all goals. Oh, that was wonderful.
Guys,
in
kita
every
reset dulu
regard.
ya guys ya.
Vision,
Ini
concept,
Efootball gue jelek
and
banget nih guys.
considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training
Tapi
ground
dulu.
perfectionist.
Jelek banget nih, nge-lag banget cok. Padahal
And
sinyal gue
with
bagus.
that,
Ini jelek banget jing ini gue guys. Blow on. Iya, cek alarm nih. Stay tune, stay tune, stay tune. Semoga nggak Messi. Bang, itu pakai PC nggak? Iya, pakai PC gua. Aduh, Hakimi gua cedera, cok. Oh, kan gua masih punya Theo. Iya, gua tuh harusnya punya si Theo. A B C D F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T. T mana T. Iya, cok, harusnya gua punya Theo, cok. Kita push divisi dulu lah, guys. Push divisi ya. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. Bang, coba buat akun yang isinya pemain legenda. Nanti ya kalau gue udah dapet duit dari YouTube ya, gue bakal top up ya. Akhirnya dapet lawan, cok. Ririn, minal aijin wal faizin ya, viewersku. Minal aijin ya. Semoga nggak nge-lag. Semoga nggak nge-lag, guys. Pick 1 guys kalau nggak nge-lag. Oke.
Well, they say football's only a
Guys,
game,
ketik
and
1
you
kalau
should
nggak
try
nge-lag,
to win this
guys.
lot. Without a doubt, it is the
Nggak
week's
nge-lag sih
most
kayaknya, guys.
eagerly awaited
Aman.
contest. A sporting event which has
Stay tuned,
magnificent
stay
scenery
tuned.
as its backdrop. It is
Semoga ya.
tribal, and it has
Alhamdulillahirabbil
aroused the most
alamin.
primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Red is the colour, the only colour.
masih nge-lag,
We
Cok.
bring you this game, of course, from... Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a
Masih
free kick.
nge-lag, guys.
Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a
Kartu
booking.
kuning. Kenapa nge-lag gini ya? Apa bisa update? Tapi biasanya juga nggak kayak gini.
That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Yamal.
Aduh,
Oh,
Yamal.
good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So a very special reception for the very special Franck Ribéry.
Very true. And I think all of us here are expecting an awful
Nice.
lot from him. He is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the very best in his preferred left-wing position. He said himself
Tuh,
that
nge-lag
that's where he
gini ya,
feels
kenapa ya?
most free.
I guess that's what gives him the freedom to make use of his pace, his movement, and his ability to shoot from a fair way out.
Correct.
Has a
Nggak
goal!
masuk.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. De Bruyne. That has been cut
Nice goal.
short.
Ih, cakep.
Schneider. He's
Wait.
through. Now is he in? Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the water.
Ribéry!
Udah gila lo nge-shoot kayak gitu.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bang, orang mana?
Actually
Bekasi.
didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first.
Enggak, ini kenapa gua nge-lag ya?
Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. First quarter of an hour gone.
Nice.
Schneider. Pedri. Pedri going face to face with his great rival. And here's Mbappe.
Wait, penalty nih.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Now it's Ribery.
Nice.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball.
Agak nge-lag
He won't
gitu
be
loh,
happy
guys.
with that
Nggak
one.
bisa update apa ya?
Hernandez. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Mbappe. The referee's
Woi.
awarded a free kick.
Gak, gue main
He
itu.
could tee it
nggak
up for
nge-lag ya.
someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
He's having a good look here. Yamal!
Wih, hampir.
That's a fine save.
Oh, the keeper for me just made that look an awful lot easier than it
Anjay.
actually was.
They've played it short. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's been given
Astagfirullahaladzim.
away. He has found a way through. Mbappe! Goal! Manchester United!
Blunder, guys.
Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, gila.
Indonesia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Cancelo. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Whoa.
Manchester United have it
Keras
back
ya.
and can go again. Hernandez. Not the most accurate pass. Beckham. 15 minutes till half-time.
Nice.
Yamal. It's Pedri. Defending was strong and firm.
Kuat coy ini defense dia.
Beckham.
Naikin satu.
Ribery. And Hernandez. Yamal has it out wide and in space.
Jokers.
That's it!
Wuh, Jokers.
Oh, should really have made more of that.
I think we can expect a few more of
Gak
those
apa-apa,
now.
semangat terus
Better
kontennya,
timing
ya,
was
ya.
all that was required.
Kenapa dia?
Indonesia
Jangan lupa
have
di-like
their
ya, guys.
second corner now. Yamal with the short one. That's tidy. And he's managed to get rid. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Oh,
Tries to get it clear. Ribery. He's found a way through. There's the hit.
wow, gila, nice-nya.
Schneider. That pass isn't the best. Messi. Nice interception, well timed. Zaire Emery. Pedri.
Ah, ini dia.
Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery. Nicely weighted ball.
Boom.
Mbappe!
Mbappe.
Indonesia have their third corner. And that has been knocked clear. Manchester United are looking to go forward now.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
2 added minutes has been
Pass is
indicated.
coming off in quick succession here. Pedri.
Ah,
Finish!
Mbappe.
He's missed, but not by that far.
Bang, lu
Mbappe
kemarin
did
puasa
give it a
udah
fair
bolong
old
berapa?
crack, and he'll
Alhamdulillah
be
gua
encouraged
full
to
guys
step up
puasa.
again.
the first
Berat
half
nih,
is
berat
done.
nih musuhnya,
Well,
Cok.
a very decent watch up to now,
Musuhnya
but
bisa
just
defend.
the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Well, let's
Ini
not
jago
beat about the
defendnya,
bush,
guys.
Peter. It's been
Jago,
fairly
jago,
flat,
jago
and the
musuhnya, guys.
supports
Ini
have had
Yamal
little
gue
to
nggak
cheer
ngefek
about.
nih, guys.
So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers
Yamal
need to
gue
be
nggak
found
ngefek.
in a hurry.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Indonesia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Cancelo. Oh, that was vital. Ribery!
Kebiasaan gue tuh kalau kayak gitu.
It's their second corner of the game. Big header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Koundé. And Zaire Emery. Pedri. And that's been
Aduh,
intercepted.
Pedri.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No, that was never going to make it.
Sit bola
He's
sih.
been bundled over. That is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Indonesia ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And here's Mbappe. Beckham. Yamal. Now it's Pedri.
Ah,
Schneider.
aduh.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. De Bruyne. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Some good work on the right flank here. And he's had it nicked away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Ah, Yamalnya telat banget mainnya.
Hernandez, too strong for his opponent there. Aims beyond the defence. Forwards and with intent. So we've reached the hour mark. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham. And Beckham!
Sabar, sabar, sabar. Kita ganti nih si
It's
Yamal.
off target and by quite
Bang,
a
Efootball
way.
itu kalau
It
top up
was
hobinya
very
kira-kira
much
berapa
worth a
sih?
try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his
Tergantung
next attempt
abang
at
yang
least.
mau top up berapa, bangku. Aduh, salah gua.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Number 21. Mbappe.
So Jim, what do you think?
Ui.
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Salah.
Mohamed Salah. It's a good run down the right.
Number 16. Rodri. Substitution in progress.
Hits one!
Gak masuk kok.
Rudiger with the clearance.
Kampret, gak masuk.
Foden. Mohamed Salah.
Salah dikit lagi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest...
Great chance! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Tries a header.
Ada perubahan, ada
Smashing
perubahan.
delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Aduh, Bellingham.
And he cuts out the supply. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Haji langsung di cover.
Hernandez. De Bruyne. De Bruyne!
Seremnya De
And
Bruyne.
he has kicked it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Theo.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And he welcomes it in. Shot a goal!
Yes, Jokers, nice banget serangan balik yang sangat apa itu.
Right back in it. Almost no
Woo.
time remaining. Game still on. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish. And I think he'll
nice,
go
yeah.
away feeling pretty good about that one.
And the shot.
Yes,
He
comeback bro.
scored.
Jangan lupa di like ya.
And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Oh iya.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Substitution on the field. Number 3.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Kamu kalau mau beli itu Lipi yang XRP lagi 35.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Kedengeran nggak? Aku lagi live
They
soalnya.
may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to
Yeah.
admire their commitment to goals.
Itu lagi turun tuh XRP ke 35. Ya Tuhan.
And the
Ah,
shot.
elah baru gua masuk, Cok.
That is remarkable. All
Aku lagi nge-live soalnya.
matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the
Kak, itu ya
importance
yang
of
XRP kalau nggak yang
committed
Bitcoin
reaction.
itu turun.
This is wonderful to watch.
Yang mana?
That looks
Ntar
like
aku
a
chat ya.
preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Ntar aku chat.
This is quite a battle.
Bape?
Aku tidak
Well,
punya kamu.
there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus
Ntar aku chat,
despite the
ntar aku chat.
setback.
Oke.
And this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can
Oke.
go one better, possibly.
And it's Messi.
Ya
A game
Tuhan.
with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very
Hai,
open
Vini.
game and an exciting
Sorry
watch.
ya, aku
There are
lagi
no
live soalnya.
signs of nerves or caginess
Kamu
from
cek
either
aja
team.
YouTube. Iya,
This
kamu cek aja
pitch
YouTube.
is go for it territory right now.
Bape?
That's an errant pass.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Gak masuk, Cok.
Well, they've got to get
Coba deh
everyone
kamu cek.
forward and maybe even the keeper.
Ini.
Foden goes short.
Ya.
Beckham
Penalti,
has been
Cok.
caught there. It's a foul.
Apaannya?
Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Nice, Theo.
That is good alertness.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Awas, Theo. Masih bisa, Cok.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Sumpah.
That's a brilliant interception.
Masih salah, bro.
Mohamed
Chip.
Salah.
Tuh, jangan nge-lag gitu dong. Masih bisa nggak sih, Bang?
And here's Beckham.
Nice. Bang, jangan blunder, Bang.
Mohamed Salah.
Set.
Now it's Mbappe.
Masih bisa, Cok.
Bellingham
Masih
providing
bisa,
an
Cok.
outlet on that flank. Yeah, that's a fine challenge. All eyes on the referee. It's
Yes,
a
penalti.
penalty.
Alhamdulillah.
Ticking away, have a chance to change the whole
Alhamdulillah
picture.
penalti,
He'll
Cok.
know exactly
Sabar,
where he
sabar,
wants to
sabar.
put it.
Please, masuk, please. Please, Mbappe. Please, please. Ya Tuhan,
Oh, no, he
gagal
misses from the spot.
penalti gua, Cok.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead.
Kamu
So,
lagi.
Jim, how do you reflect on
Huh?
what we've seen?
Indonesia can always...
Apa? Apa sih? Nggak kedengeran. Iya, kamu ngomong apa? Ngomong apa? Kamu lagi lihat live aku. Halo Livi. Halo Livi. Cok penalti nggak masuk, gua goblok banget gua, guys. Wih, ini SRP turun, cok. Ya Allah, SRP ada 3 anjir. Udah gila. Cok, itu SRP apa, cok? Anjing, tadi goblok banget gue ya, penalti gak masuk, cok. Ya Allah, 3 poin, bro. Wah.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years, and this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white.
Aduh, gue masih pakai teori.
We have already started here. Pedri, and here's Mbappe. Mbappe!
Mantep banget Mbappe.
It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Musuhnya kena mental, anjay. Halo Bang, halo Ronaldo. Gila, kita kekuatannya 3100, cok. Udah naik anjing. Tapi kenapa Vibes pakai baju putih ini keren banget ya si Bastoni ya? Kayak gimana gitu kerennya?
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with
Luis
us. As you can see,
Ahmad
we are all
Robanovic.
set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world.
Offside lah.
And already we're underway here. And he's straight offside.
Wih, Theo ini mulai cari muka nih sama gue nih. 2 pertandingan Theo ya, kamu ya Theo ya. Gantiin hakim ya.
He's through here. Look at this. Now the finish!
Joker, mantap Joker.
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Yamal plays it short. There's the shot!
Ih, Theo seremnya.
Pulisic.
Biarin itu tugasnya Konde.
Pulisic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Kunde makes the interception.
Mantap Pedri.
Well, played right into his path. Well, that's a key interception.
Wih,
Hernandez.
aduh Theo, pulang Theo.
Chance here to counter. Yamal making good progress on the right-hand side.
Lamine Yamal, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Cakep.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Ngelek lagi.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a
Pas
cult
orang
hero
tuh.
for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final. Big chance!
Gak
Well, he
masuk.
got rid because he was under pressure.
Bisa loh dia loh.
Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. It could be in here. He's picked his way through.
Theo,
Well
bagus
played.
banget
He
mainnya.
needed to get that right. Pedri. Played out to the right.
Theo, gue juga gak mau kalah.
Yamal in acres of space out wide. He's
Theo,
been
gue
caught
malah
napping.
ngelor.
Up he goes!
Theo, gue malah ngelor.
Foul
Coba.
header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Indonesia have the chance to go the other way.
Gila Belletti. The real RB terkuat gratis.
And here's
Ah,
Nunez.
enak sih dia.
Hernandez. And here's Nunez.
Messi really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Goblok.
Gets the shot away.
Nice banget,
He's
nice
did
banget.
it all right. It's the moment they all wanted. A goal in his 100th game. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Kimmich. And he's had it nicked away. Yamal. He's a sharp little ball here. Nunez!
Yes,
Good
langsung
run,
ngapain?
lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Bilap aja, bilap,
It
bilap.
didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
And the pass is intercepted. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Oh, sweet feet. Schneid. And the shot!
Ah, anjing, udah enak banget
And
itu
he should have done
posisi.
better, and he
PW,
knows it.
cok. Bang.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, this looks sharp. Pulisic. Pedri. Good spot. He's seen the run. That is a great pick out. Oh, that's fabulous. Nice. Yamal!
Ih, keren banget ya,
No
Mal.
mistake. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Indonesia are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Out towards the flank.
Yeah.
Hernandez.
Kena lagi deh. Nice banget Rudiger. Rudiger pandai.
Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither
Iya, Mal,
from
gua
here
tuh
when
ini
they
lagi
can
bersinar.
repeat their first half success
Biasanya
with
goblok, cok.
another show of strength?
Indonesia in control at half-time, 2-0. And we are back on the way.
Cakep.
Has a goal!
Ih, keren banget
And
Joker
it's
cari
there!
ruangnya.
And they are pulling
Tahu
clear
dia ke
here.
kanan bakal dijangkau.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. A case now of complete control. Taken back almost at once.
Aduh, kena
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Pedri.
Cakep ya.
Mbappe. Oh, he's got us. And the shot!
Ih, hat-trick bro.
He
Bro,
scored!
Joker score.
There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, the keeper has every right to have a moan at his defenders for that, because they never got tight to the score. Simple as.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Indonesia are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Well, that's really winded.
There's the hit! Has a look and place it forward. And here's Yamal. He is through here. And reclaimed it in a trice. Almost an hour gone.
Attendance for this match was
Yamal
29,800.
Dapat
looks a
lagi
good
dong.
ball through. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Aduh, gak dapet Snyder.
He's got away. Good
Nice
read,
banget,
needed to be.
Neo.
Messi. Pedri. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And he cuts out the supply.
Bisa aku aja, cok.
Kashima Antlers are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear
Oh.
they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the
Wait, see-
counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Real chance!
Santai, 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 santai. Masih 4-1.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Number 19.
We're still trying to make a game of this.
Cip.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Nicely aimed pass. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Mbappe. Mohamed Salah. Tunisia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Messi. Schneider. And it's Schneider. And he's managed to get free. Kimmich kept aware.
Itu
And it is
kalau
reclaimed easily. And there's green grass ahead of him. He has found the way through.
aduh jokers.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good take in a good area. And he has been fouled there.
Substitution in progress.
Duh, kok Rodri sih? Jangan Rodri, Foden. Ya sih, kita udah menang. Bisa-bisanya dia dibantai cok sama gue cok. Rumah ini nggak ada apa-apanya sih.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So a genuine chance to increase the lead. Mbappe!
Anjing nggak loncat dia cok. Gue kira bakal loncat dia cok.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's really well cleared. Vinicius Junior
ini.
going face to face with his great rival. Mbappe. Darwin. Oh, they could break here. Mbappe. He can run onto that. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Fermi. Foden. Rafinha. Now it's Foden. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Nah ini dia nih.
Hernandez. Hernandez goes on a run down the left wing. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Back into the middle. Bellingham. Mohamed Salah.
Aduh.
And that could set him on his way. And he's only too happy to take that back. Bellingham.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Look, movement creates more options, and
Can he put it away?
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Mohamed Salah. Bastoni with the
Aduh
foul.
cedera cowok jokers gua.
And he is going into that little black book. Van Dijk. Here's Rodri.
Iya ini harus Foden.
Looking
cowok.
for the run.
Goblok emang lu.
Now it's Mbappe. And here's Nunez. That's really well manoeuvred. Bastoni wins the duel this time. Fermin. Rafinha. He's found a way through.
Wah nice banget tuh Theo anjing. Nice
And
banget
that
Theo.
is as far as it goes. Well, that was a shimmering,
Mantap,
sizzling,
jokers
scintillating
semua,
game. The key
borong,
characters
borong.
glittered throughout and did what they did.
Udah bisa belum ya. 2 kali lagi. Harga pertama cowok dia akrab.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. We have already started here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. De Roberto. Paris Saint-Germain finding their passes. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. No, that's been intercepted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe!
Okay, Mbappe.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Tunisia with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Yamal with the short one. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way.
Ini masih bisa.
Yes!
Yes!
Up big!
Anjir, gak
They
disangka-sangka,
would have
cok.
been looking at him to produce the goods.
Yamal.
And that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So, a breakthrough already. Succumbs to the pressure. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Bastoni makes the interception. And here's Mbappe. Iniesta. It's Vinicius Junior. Darren Fletcher. Now it's Darwin. Now it's Sané. Oh, that looks a good ball through. He's shifting through the gears here. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone
Anjir
is
lah.
doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Mbappe pinches it off him.
Ini agak ngelik Cok.
It's gone for a throw-in. Dealt with nicely by the defence. It's Snyder! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Santai Snyder, santai Snyder.
Now it's Mbappe. Udogi. Zio Roberto. Well read, nice interception. Darwin. Now it's Iniesta. Schneider. Iniesta cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Bastoni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, that's a key interception.
Ooh.
Half an hour played now. Sends it crossfield. Vinicius Junior. Darren Fletcher engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Snyder. Sané. Nunez. He is through
Nice.
here.
I like.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Indonesia are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Great shot!
Yes, bagus banget
Really well
Jokers.
taken goal. And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Indonesia are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Mbappe,
Ah, udah ditutup
no joy
kelamaan.
this time. It's a really well-measured ball.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Udogi cuts out the pass,
Nice banget Konde.
out for a throw. Defending was strong and firm. Mbappe,
Gila Mbappe.
Schneider, and he's been
Udah
shifted off it.
ganti sih situ.
And the first half is done. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Indonesia sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Changement en cours.
And the action is back underway. Darwin, and he's lost his man here.
Makan tuh Konde.
Kunde did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Indonesia do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Shit.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Van Dijk
Nice.
and Kunde.
Fletcher lagi yang dapat.
He's got away. Opts to play it back. And here's Nunez. And the
Wah,
shot.
anjing bodinya Nunes nih bagus juga, Cok.
And the second half is off to a flyer. It It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
He's got the shot!
Anjing.
He has done it! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
That's been drilled
Dua gol
forward.
begitu aja,
Zaire
anjing.
Emery does really well there. He is strong.
Le nombre de
Darwin.
spectateurs pour ce match,
Well, that
72
tackle was certainly sturdy. Van Dijk has given away a free
Van
kick.
Dijk.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 10
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
à sa place. Le numéro 24. Attention, changement.
Vinicius Junior. Foden. Mbappe. Mohamed Salah. And the shot!
Anjing,
It's
Salah
loose
nggak
and there's a
masuk.
race for the ball. Can he stop it going out? That is lovely.
Kampret ketahuan kok.
Adams defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very
Rachel
well
lagi
to his
yang
man.
dilanggar, Rachel lagi yang dilanggar.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Salah.
Ah, salah gua.
He's found a way through. And he cuts out the supply. Mohamed Salah. Udogi. Ah, it's a sweet ball, that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
He's picked his way through. Foden!
Mantap
It's a
Foden.
goal! Into the lead once more.
Itu loh Foden.
Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
You know, I'm not going to be hard on the goalkeeper because that moved all over the place on its journey.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 9.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Tolol.
Good read, needed to be.
Paris Saint-Germain showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Woi,
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
That is good alertness. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
ya
Indonesia.
Allah.
Oh, shooting chance!
Ah,
He
anjing.
scored! And the lead lasts no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Foden!
Ah, Foden nggak masuk. Jatuhan Foden.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
It could be in here. Mbappe. There's the hit.
Makan tuh Mbappe.
Yes, he's done it. And that may just do it. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Indonesia take the lead. Now it's just a question of Palmer!
Ih,
He's
anjing.
got a goal! We thought it was over. It's all square once more.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So all square with almost no time. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Aduh, kepleset cok.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Bangsat.
Vinicius Junior!
Hit cok.
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Bangke ini lawannya siapa banget.
Palmer. No way through, so Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's
Sip,
certainly caught
pelanggaran
him there.
nih.
It's a free kick.
Oh gila itu kiper gue jago
And
banget
he's going
cok.
to have his name taken.
Masa imbang lagi sih?
Kunde.
Imbang
And
lagi.
that will be it. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Anjing imbang lagi cok. Cok. Kayaknya gue harus pakai DNS 1 deh. Tapi Pedri ini juga gak bisa bertahan cok. Anjing kita susah banget kok mau naik ke divisi 3 cok. si Yamal ini kan bisa pressing, Cok. Iya, lupa gue si Yamal ini kan bisa pressing, coy.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion.
Dia masih match.
We have already started here. There's the hit!
Mantap, Jokers.
It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate.
AFK loh.
On heels rather than toes.
Kayaknya AFK deh.
Terrible
Jangan,
error,
Livy.
duly punished.
Jangan, gak enak. Gak apa-apa, kamu aja, nanti aku yang pandu. Ini orang kenapa ya? Ntar kalau di rumah telepon aja, kalau enggak biar nggak bingung. Ini orang kenapa dah? Guys, ini orang kenapa, guys? Wih, udah jam 12, Cok. Gimana? Terusnya udah gue.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's having a go! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught napping!
Cing.
A collective sigh of relief from the defence. That's really well manoeuvred. Fermin is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
That looks a good ball through. And the keeper's in command.
Hampir, Cok. Guys, jangan lupa di-like ya, guys ya. Nah,
That is a great pick out. And he's there to get it away. That's a throw. And he's managed to gift it
juga
back.
itu babinya Ribery.
Indonesia leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Oh, that was vital. Rodri, chance here to counter. He's gone forward.
Nice.
Arsenal upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
See?
Looks a
Nice.
foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Looking to widen the gap
Emang gak ada
even
yang bagus
further
ya
here.
Jamal ya? Ini ada Sneijder.
He's having a good look here.
Masuk nih. Lompat.
Schneider!
Anjing. Kurang kuat lompatnya dia.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. Real chance!
Aduh, keblok lagi.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best. And they're not going to make any further progress now. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Schneider. Pedri. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Schneider.
Schneider.
Mbappe. Pedri. Hernandez. It's a good foot in there. Vermeer.
Indonesia have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Mbappe. Now there's a fine ball. Yamal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, this looks sharp. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that
Mantap
challenge.
Jokers. Kuat banget tuh
Well,
Jokers.
that
ini.
looks like a final warning. Still no card. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. So, another set play. Messi. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Mbappe. Yamal!
Cok.
And again!
Mantap, and again dia tuh.
Two up and threatening to pull clear. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Indonesia are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter.
That could spell trouble. He's through, it's one-on-one.
Good.
And the shot.
Nice.
And it's there. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And yes, it's him again. Indonesia find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter.
He's had a shot! And somehow he kept it out.
Arsenal just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Vermeer. Indonesia have scored 2 quick goals here. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Son Heung-min. And it's Son Heung-min. Arsenal finding their passes.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Mbappe. Ribéry stood up well to him there. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So you hear the chants of easy, easy, and those are entirely justified. 3-0 after 45 minutes, and it is hard to believe that there won't be more after the break.
Peter, do I really need to say anything, or can I simply refer you to the scoreline?
Indonesia very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. And the game has already resumed here. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Nice.
Oh, that's fabulous. Upamecano deals with that comfortably.
Lawan
Oh, he's
Upamecano
enjoyed
ya
that.
kalah.
He evidently loves the contest. Hernandez. Pedri.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Keeper's dealt with that. Here's Rodri. Fermin. And that's another good win of the ball. Back into the middle. He is. There's the hit.
Mbappe tuh ciri
No,
khasnya
he
kayak
couldn't
gitu
get
ya.
hold of it.
Indonesia were again presented with an opportunity to break and looked very, very threatening.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
It's Snyder! He's kept it out just.
Indonesia certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Son Heung-min. Always onto this.
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Schneider, facing up to his
Ooh,
adversary.
orang
This
lewat
is a
meja.
formidable matchup.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Son Heung-min. Ribery, and they can counter here, and he's picked out the run. He's got away. Goes forward. Now he's off and running. Messi puts his foot on the gas. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Schneider just eases him off the ball. Pedri. And it's Son Heung-min. Mbappe. Played back in. Rodri. Somewhat off target. And here's Mbappe. On Son Heung-min! Pedri. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Schneider.
Footballing with usually identified.
Oh.
One! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Ini nggak ada
Son
outnya nih,
Heung-min.
gue mau ganti.
Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Fermin. Oh, well played.
Nih kali ini.
Yamal.
Yamal.
Indonesia do have a chance to
Yamal.
counter here. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Nice.
Substitution on the field. Number 15, Ukraine's. Number 8,
Aduh, ganti malah itu coba.
Yamal. Number 16, Rodri.
Karena gue masukin
Coming on the field.
Kunde.
Number 9,
It's going to be another throw.
7, Vinicius Junior. Number 14, Mohamed
Zaire
Salah.
Emery.
Number 6,
Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
number 5, Bellingham.
Indonesia
Substitution
are
in progress.
coasting towards victory. And he's managed to get free. Hernandez.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
The final 5 minutes. There will
Mantap
be a
banget kan
throw
main
in.
di sini.
Fermin. That is ended up in no man's land. Couldn't squeeze it through. Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. He won't be happy with that one. Zaire Emery pinches it off him. Matches Nunes, goes on a charge down the left. He could be in here. Real chance here. And he was alert to it. Bellingham.
Mantap Bellingham.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Ih, satu lagi guys. Janganlah. Dan udah malam, besok kerja kita guys. Thank you ya, thank you.